Mic check, mic check. It's Tony and Chelsea Live.
It is. And this episode is brought to you by Squarespace. It's the easiest way to create a beautiful website, blog, online store, or portfolio. Squarespace features an elegant interface, beautiful templates, and incredible 24/7 customer support. So try Squarespace at squarespace.com. You get 14 days free, no credit card needed. It's not a trap. And if you decide that you like it, which you will, you can go to squarespace.com/Tony and use the coupon code
Portfolio.
Tony, that's cute.
Thank you, Squarespace, for sponsoring us. They make awesome websites for just about anything, but especially for making your pictures look great. We're here every Thursday at 5. We'll cover this week's photo news. We will look at your pictures in real time. It's amazing science stuff. You will beam them to us if you're watching live, and we'll look at them, as well as a couple of portfolios if you host them on Squarespace. You can talk to us in real time. 2 different ways. You could write comments, and our screener, Siobhan, out in Philly, will look through the comments, read selected comments over to us if she finds them interesting or funny.
Hi, Siobhan.
And you could tweet to us too. Use the hashtag TCLive. And our producer, Justin, who is working furiously to keep things from crashing like they did last week, he can throw your tweets up on screen. Thanks, Justin. We missed you last week. It was tough trying to beat Justin.
I kind of like it. I welcome failure.
Yeah, just reminds you that you're human.
This week, our photo theme is fun colors. I'm right in the way of the screen, so there you go. We'll pop that up there. Fun colors, what does she mean by this? Well, you see you could use gels or do split toning or whatever. Be creative. Have fun.
So yeah, it's a pretty open-ended theme. If you want to send your picture and go to northrup.photo/submit, the URL right down here. And just while the show is live, not after the show, we can't look at stuff in the past.
Spooky. Pre-Halloween. Did you notice anything about this slide?
Yeah, you revealed her true eye color. Oh.
It changes to red.
Oh, look at you getting fancy with the PowerPoint animations.
No, you want to see it one more time? I was really proud of it. I was like, dang, I'm so good at that. Okay.
You are ready to be a middle manager, Chelsea.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All the middle managers are laughing at that joke. They know.
What do I mean by spooky? I don't know. I just said scary, creepy, or Halloween-related photos.
It's an unusual theme. I've made a couple of spooky pictures, and they are universally not appreciated. But this is the one time of year where I feel like you can break that out and get a little scary. People tend to like flowers and pretty things, but today, or next week anyway,
blood.
Ugly things.
Death.
Yeah.
Blood.
Like Carrie.
Scars. What? What else? Spiders with little hats.
Yeah. I have a couple examples in Chapter 10 of stunning digital photography of scary pictures that we've taken. You want to go over some photo news while people send their pictures in for us to review?
I guess.
We have our second loaner of the A7S II from Sony, and they also sent us this pretty amazing 28-135 lens here. It's an f4 lens. It's just huge and just so far it just feels fantastic. It goes for $2,500, but so far it's working just great. So we'll have full reviews of that, and we took it out to the Pumpkin Festival in Providence last night.
We did.
Which was really the first time I've been able to push the A7S II to its limits, because we had it in New York City overnight, but New York City is such a bright city that you never get below ISO 6400. So last night at the Pumpkin Festival, I had to be shooting at ISO 100,000, which is its just highest native ISO. And not only that, but the dynamic range was just extreme. So in that first scene that Justin played, you saw what our eyes saw, and it was basically just pitch black. But the camera was able to bring out far more detail than my eyes could see, even at f4, to the point where if I wanted to find Chelsea and Madeline, like, you couldn't see the other people. I had to look through the viewfinder, and then I'd be able to find them.
That's how you were keeping up with us?
Yeah, it literally gave me night vision. I feel like the results kind of speak for themselves. And you'll definitely see noise in those examples, but I've done a ton of research on this, and doesn't seem to be any other camera in the world that would be able to keep up with the A7S II.
I mean, yeah,
for
what's
this
your
kind of
other
work.
option? Total darkness.
Yeah, even if you get like a Red or an RE camera, they have smaller sensors. They just wouldn't
Wow.
do as well in low light.
Oh, wow.
So we have the 28 to 135 f4N, and Sony also sent us the 16 to 35 f4 because so many people have asked us to do a side-by-side comparison with the Canon version of that and the Nikon versions. Because people insist it's sharp, DxOMark says it's not sharp, so we'll actually do a side-by-side comparison and see how they fare.
Dreamy outdoor portraits. If you're wondering how to take one like this, Susie Mead wrote a blog for us at northrup.photo. You can check it out. You can see here it's about dreamy outdoor portraits. She tells you a little bit about posing kids, a little bit about her settings, and just how to get these beautiful portraits that she takes. So you should check it out. Write a comment, give her some support. I think this might be one of her first blog posts, so I'm sure that she would appreciate it.
Yeah, she's one of my favorite photographers. You know, another one of my favorite photographers is Kyle Wolf. I just bought one of his prints. I've not had a chance to frame it. I wanted to wait for it to come
It's right
in
behind me.
so that I could just get a better feel for it and understand like what kind of matting and framing I might use for it. So yeah, it's hiding in the back there, and I'm gonna pick out the right frame for it.
It's beautiful. Good job,
But
Kyle.
yeah, it turned out just beautiful. You can check out his portfolio where he sells prints at sdp.io/Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle. YouTube Red. YouTube your way.
This is, I don't know why YouTube made this huge announcement about it yesterday, but they're not putting it up for sale for another week. It seems like people are ready to give you your money, but they're not ready to accept it. Anyway, starting October 28th, YouTube will be accepting $10 a month to remove all ads from YouTube. And that's the biggest part of it, is just ad-free YouTube experience, which will be a big deal for people because a lot of people complain about all the ads and stuff in YouTube.
We got ads. We got complaints all of the time. We used to get way more, actually. And I'd say, oh, cool. If you don't want ads, buy our content. And they'd just be like, no thanks, no thanks.
Yeah.
I don't want to do all that.
But of course, that's the only way content creators get paid. And people want the videos to be free, but that's impossible. Anyway, I think this model makes a lot of sense. You can kind of vote for what I think is the future of video content creation. The replacement for TV is going to kind of be very niche shows like this. Like, this show is so niche, we literally look at your individual photos. That's amazing. That just couldn't happen 10 years ago. So you can kind of get that experience without the ads for $10 a month, YouTube Red. It'll also let you download videos for offline viewing on your phone. So if you're going to go on a plane, you could download last week's TC Live and watch it. Cool stuff. Not that expensive.
The Leica Safari set, $10,000. Is it called the Safari set because it's green?
That is the only reason it could possibly be called the Safari set. Because now everybody should think about what camera and lens you'd bring on a Safari.
Yeah.
Are you thinking a manual focus 35mm lens?
Yeah, I want all of the animals to look very far away.
Yeah. Can you imagine like chasing gazelle across the Serengeti with a 35mm prime lens? It's ridiculous. A Leica is just silly, right? 10K.
I don't think it's silly, but I do think they have a very specific buyer.
Right. And it's called the Safari set just because it looks cool. It'd be like wearing camouflage yoga pants or something. Like, it doesn't mean you're going into warfare. This is clearly not well suited to a Safari.
I like it. If it weren't $10,000, I would want it.
They make pretty cameras. I never liked the way they felt in the hand, though. I know that's a controversial statement, but they just have hard edges.
Look out, Northrup.
A much more practical camera from Leica, the Leica SL, was announced this past week, or maybe today. About $7,500. It's a full-frame mirrorless camera. It does autofocus, and they claim that it has the world's fastest autofocus system, which is
the most common claim.
Just like the Sony Alpha 6000, just like the Fuji X-T1, just like the Samsung NX1. They all have the world's fastest autofocus system.
Yeah, but it's fun because if you say that they don't, then people that want to believe it are like, you're not doing it right. You're supposed to chase the subject.
Read the manual. They're releasing 3 lenses for it. So it has 4K internal video, so it's not unlike the A7R2, except it's only the Sony A7R2, except it's 24 megapixels instead of 41 or 42 megapixels. So lower resolution sensor. And there's a very limited lens selection, but of course you could use adapters to connect
Yeah.
like old Leica lenses and such, but those would be manual focus anyway. So maybe that's what you're into. I guess here's a picture that Sony Alpha Rumors posted showing it in comparison to the Sony A7R II. So you can see it's a big camera.
Wow.
Yeah, right. It looks almost the same, except it's almost like one of those old Russian cameras. Yeah, it's just really big for a mirrorless camera. Here it is in comparison to the 5DSR.
Wow, that's big.
I know, right? It's just that's
funny.
why I felt like I had to put that in there for scale.
It looks like a cereal box. Put it next to a person. This is fun.
It is kind of funny looking. Well, we have more news coming up. Why don't I see if we can import some photos here and take a look at them. Thanks for screening these, Siobhan. So our theme this week is colors, which is really open-ended. Fun colors. My mistake. I don't want to see any unfun colors in here. We will kick you right out.
I'll be furious.
Those are some fun colors. This is a cool macro picture. I feel like the
it feels
altered colors,
alien.
Yeah, it gives it a very alien feel.
You would go to sniff that and it would bite you. I just freaked you out, right?
Fitting into next week's
Mind freak! I should go on Chris Angel's tour. What is this? Crazy clouds? Fire in the sky, like Jimi Hendrix said?
Yeah, I think it's cool. I just wanted to up the noise reduction because I found myself a little distracted by the kind of chunkiness in here. I want it to be nice and smooth.
Oh, you smoothed it.
But very cool, definitely striking. There's no doubt that it's an altered photo, but it's not one of those photos that's just been taken a little too far.
Yeah,
they went far enough that it now looks deliberate.
They're doing it.
Yeah, nicely done.
This is like a poster you'd want to stare at under the influence. Oh, so this is a very cool picture, but you didn't really do anything to the colors.
I guarantee you the color was like a soft orange, just because it's a night shot, and the sky would have been reflecting the city light. So he did pull the color to blue, but it looks so natural that you don't even really think about
natural.
it. Chelsea's using the split toning tool, which allows you to assign a different hue to the highlights and shadows, and just to introduce a couple more crazy colors in there. That still looks pretty natural, but very cool. It's a very cool lightning strike. I've never gotten that close to a lightning strike.
I can't say that's better, but I'm having more fun.
It's more fun.
Oh, what's this?
I think it's like a crystal ball, and I feel like it needs a little more contrast. It just felt a little flat, but I think that does it. I think it qualifies. I think I would love it if it had like a flare or something, just to kind of highlight the brightness of it. Like maybe if they
I would like some hands over it, like a fortune teller, like some creepy nails with a lot of jewelry, just adding some context.
You're right. Yeah, it just needs one other thing. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, some sort of like.
Look at this one's face.
Valentine
it did something
Lego
evil.
Thing.
That's scary.
Where are its hands? Maybe that's the.
Interesting. Ooh.
That's really pretty. So that's actually beautiful, and I love the. I'm giving that one a pick.
I'm going to give that 5 because this is what I had in mind.
Yeah, I like the arrangement of the circles. The composition of it is really nice. The balance is just gorgeous. You can see over on the right there are fewer bubbles, but they are bigger and they have more light, so they sort of balance the darker bubbles on the left.
They did it.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's in theme. It's a picture I wouldn't mind hanging on my wall. Beautiful. That have been submitted. And if I had any foresight at all, I would have been saving all of our picks throughout the year. But we have not been.
Yeah.
So we'll have to either get people to resubmit those, or maybe we'll just have an episode where people just send in their very best photo of the year and we just pick like the top 10.
That's a good idea. So this I thought was a little bit dark.
Yeah, I like the filter that's been applied to it. It gives it a fun color.
So unfun color. Wow. That's great.
Her colors are fun, but she doesn't seem to be having fun.
Yeah, but you know what? Sometimes they're so fun, it's depressing. I like it. I'm going to give that a pick. Maybe I would just leave a little more space on the side.
Yeah, I was a little bumped by the
But
framing of it.
That's it. This is unusual, but this is almost monotone.
Yeah, they're a completely unfun color. Yeah, there's no real restrictions to this one. They're like, no, you don't have any colors.
Come on, guys. Come on. I believed in. Do something weird.
There you go. Yeah, look at all these fun colors you can just arbitrarily introduce into your picture.
Whatever.
It can be an art. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't have to be realistic. But I really like this picture, and it's in theme. I don't know.
No, I was wrong. Was I? Nobody knows. I'm spacing out.
Very cool
today.
with the extra colors.
Yeah.
Here I feel like they've almost
taken out the red.
Yeah, desaturated the colors for some reason. I do feel like the color would be really important here. And I love that sort of like 50s sci-fi design for that. That's a cool toy.
But I like where you were going with this one. Oh. Wow. You went all in. I respect that.
Yeah, I like, I don't know exactly what they did here. Maybe a posterized filter. I like it a lot. I think it would be great as a wall hanging. My only suggestion would be to get rid of this guy up here. And maybe whatever this was. It'd be easier to get rid of it beforehand. And just focus on the flowers and the leaves. But I think
fun.
They themselves are beautiful.
That was so fun. Well, this is interesting. Oh.
Light necklace.
This looks like a noodle in space.
I think you're pulling up maybe just noise in the background.
Space noodle. I'm going to keep it like that. I like space noodle.
Some light painting with cool colors. Space noodle.
You like space noodle too. Let's look at it. Space noodle.
I liked the before.
Me too.
Oh, that's beautiful. That would have been a great example for fall too. I think that works for both. The only thing that I would change is his red collar there. I find it a little distracting. It would be, well, Chelsea's really good with the adjustment brushes. Maybe she'll
don't set me up like that.
Pull that thing out of there, but
do not set me up like that.
Yeah. She's going for it. Yeah, she's tightened up the brush because the edges were too hard before, so it would have painted onto the.
You're doing that sportcaster thing to me again.
I just try not to leave dead air.
All right, here she goes. She's tightening up the brush.
Plus,
she's going in for it.
People don't always know like every tool that you're using.
She's
Some
doing
people
it.
are like experts, and others are just tuning in.
She's crazy.
Yeah, so you could do a cleaner job of it, but I think that looks really good and that helps a lot. I'm giving that one a pick. It's creative, looks really good. Focused right on the eye, got it nice and sharp. She's lost her mind now.
I don't know why I'm ruining everyone's pictures today, but I am. Okay. Let's see the before and after. So the red's a little distracting. Now it's not there. So, I don't know. What happened here? This is like they were having a rave and then an alien abducted everyone but him. Or he is the alien.
See? Good use of storytelling. I feel like the balance is a little off here. So I just feel like I should go for the rule of thirds. Nope.
Can I tell you why? No, that's still cool. All right. Okay. Those are a lot of fun colors. I'm going to give that 5 stars.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too. It's a cool shot. Good use of silhouetting.
I don't see fun colors.
No, let's just go on.
You failed me.
It's not a bad picture. I like the lines. I'm sure they saw more in the sky. Yeah, sometimes because of the contrast, you just have to recover those highlights. I think it's actually might be overexposed a little bit, and that's why you lost the color that you probably saw.
Nope. I failed you. We're leaving. I'm out of here.
Okay, so she's got some stage lights there. She's got some
They
green
used a gel.
highlighting.
Did they?
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly a red light on her. I don't know what the mechanism for it is. But it definitely qualifies for fun colors. I think it's a good portrait.
Yeah.
Great job on the makeup and the outfit.
Very fun.
I bet that's a pinhole. And if so, thank you for participating in pinhole photography. I'm glad somebody did that.
It's fun.
I like it. It turned out cool.
Oh.
Yeah, we got steel wool.
Fun.
Check chapter 10 in Stunning Digital Photography to learn how to do this. You spin around steel wool and it throws sparks everywhere. And I'm glad to see they're in a concrete enclosure so they don't burn everything down. You are literally spitting fire.
Very cool.
I think they actually spelled, like, they made like a big B out of it. You see that? They would have had to, they had to do that.
They did that.
Beautiful shot. I love the silhouette here. Though I don't know why, my first thought was that she was looking at her iPhone.
She's like, I am so bored.
I'm sure that's not what the statue is stuff.
Those are colors. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a really pretty picture. Ah, gorgeous. Yeah.
But I want
beautiful picture. Makes me think of O'Keeffe.
I just want things to be crazy today. It's just like, you know when you just need a day where everything is different?
Yeah, well, sometimes you just have to let yourselves go to an extreme and
just
not practice any restraint.
Fly your freak flags, guys.
Yeah, some people end up telling them just tone it down some, but some people need to just go crazy.
Just go crazy.
You don't have to publish it that way. Just experiment.
Don't hold back.
Okay. We'll look at this picture and then we'll go back to the news. I think they consider this fun colors because they gelled a couple of flashes.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Red and blue gels.
I think that's fun.
Yeah, it did end up really dark. I think you're going for a low-key look, which makes sense in this context. But we do want something to be bright white. So even the sides of her face and her body should be close to peaking, but then you can let the middle of her face and the middle of her body go into deep shadow. And that's how you kind of get that low-key look.
I would be friends with her.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to this. Let's go.
That was cool.
Look at a little bit of photo news.
What's happening now?
This is Bugs Bunny and from Petapixel. We get a lot of news from Petapixel because they're just a good website, so look them up. But they uncovered that Elmer Fudd, who a lot of people know hunts Bugs Bunny, he's a hunter.
Yeah.
He started out as a wildlife photographer.
That actually makes sense to me.
And I can't imagine the cartoonist who decided that he should go from just peacefully taking pictures of animals to actually trying to murder them. But somebody decided on that, and as you see when you watch that full cartoon, you realize Bugs Bunny was just a real jerk.
Yeah, but you know what?
Fudd.
It's actually interesting because it changes the dynamic. So if Elmer Fudd is just a nice guy trying to take pictures, then you kind of feel bad for him. But if he's trying to shoot Bugs, then Bugs suddenly seems a lot funnier because he's escaping his death. See?
That's a really good point.
Yeah, the stakes aren't high enough if he's just a photographer.
Exactly.
And you don't want your main character to be the jerk. Even though that happened a lot in those cartoons.
Those cartoons were terrible. Siobhan's very quiet for me. Is that happening for
Yeah,
anyone
I
else?
saw Justin turning it up. I also noticed that Bugs had the Woody Woodpecker laugh in this one.
Whoa, they recycled that? Like,
literally,
They had that once, and then they were like, we should do that terrible laugh again. Entertainment has come a long way. Tony, let's talk about the Midicon.
This is a crazy lens. So one of our favorite lenses is the Midicon 50mm f/0.95. It's outrageously fast. It gets crazy background blur. You see it in our videos all the time, and every time we use it, somebody asks what camera and lens are you using.
Yeah, people are
because
curious.
it just has a cool effect. So the same company is releasing another extremely fast lens, which is 135mm f1.4, and I can't turn up that anybody's ever made such a fast lens before. And as you can see, it has a massive front element. But just like their other lenses, it's all manual, meaning a manual aperture ring, no communications with the camera at all, manual focus. And they want $3,000 for it. You have to pre-order it, because I think they will just build however many mounts that people actually order.
Oh.
Which means I think everybody will have to order it before any reviews come out.
Oh.
Which is strange. And they're also producing only 100 copies. but at $3,000 each for a totally manual lens. The Midicon 50mm, if you saw my review on it, it's so hard to focus because the depth of field is so shallow.
Yeah.
The depth of field here is going to be even more shallow. Can you imagine 135mm f1.4? Like we've used an 85mm f1.4, like Chelsea's camera there,
Yeah.
and you miss focus 8 out of 10 times if you're doing a headshot. So with 135mm, I can't even imagine. It would definitely be 9 out of 10 times. It would just be a matter of
We'll
luck.
see. Maybe they'll let us review a copy.
Yeah, I talked to the guy. He said to stop by at Photo Plus.
Oh,
So he's going to be there.
Photo
Maybe we'll
Plus.
see.
Any of y'all going to Photo Plus? We'll be there tomorrow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like they have so many booths and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'll talk to you, but what are the odds that we even see his particular booth? It's too much for me to take in.
It's
All the people. and all
sensory
the,
overload. I think
Yeah.
last year we all walked around. We're such introverts. We just got overwhelmed and went and ate lunch.
yeah,
We're
it
like,
does become
So
overwhelming.
many people. So many booths. What happened to this man?
That is a sample picture
Oh.
taken with the lens. They just, I mean, no offense to the photographer, but they didn't have really flattering. This was the best sample picture they had with this $3,000 lens. It seems weird that this is the picture they put up and they're like, here, pre-order this $3,000 lens. Like at least, I even said like, if you could send us a review copy, we'll take some sample pictures and you can use those at least. I didn't want to offend them, but
You did.
they could use some better samples probably.
Here's something from John to Sony. Why is it so difficult to get an answer to my question? Is A-mount camera body development dead?
Yeah, and Sony UK replied that they have no A-mounts planned, and then Sony Australia said something similar. So it could be that the Sony A-mount, which is their SLR-like format, is finally officially being abandoned. I felt like people have suspected this for a long time because they also have this E-mount, which is a different system,
Yeah.
and they make like 3 cameras a year for this, and they haven't made any cameras for that for a couple of years now. So maybe it's official, but there's also rumors that another A-mount camera will be released in the next month.
They said they have none planned, but we'll see.
I also want to follow up on Samsung because a couple of newspapers reported that Samsung would be shutting down their camera businesses. Just like more newspapers this past week. So still no official word. but
Oh,
it's not
wow.
looking
More
great
people are saying it?
for Samsung. Yeah.
Wow.
Siobhan, do you have any questions for us from the live audience?
Yeah, I have a few. From Finn. Do you make any money from YouTube? Just wondering how the big gaming YouTubers get the dollar bills.
We don't make enough money on YouTube to sustain anything. Like,
No, I mean, I can say if you were to take a penny and split it 3 ways, we would get that 1/3 of a penny for each view that you guys make on YouTube. So
Yeah.
it's a very small amount.
but we do make money from other things, our books, our DVDs, and basically YouTube is free advertising. So that's why people get mad, but that's the only way we can make money and give the free content is people buy our books and then they buy our DVDs or our shirts or whatever, and that's how we put out more free videos. So you have
Yeah.
to monetize your content.
And Squarespace pays for these shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ads suck, but we wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. Like
Yeah.
this would go away with the ads. There's no way. Like your public education is free, but that's because the government pays our teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
The government's not paying us.
Well, also, but you know what's really difficult about YouTube? This is slightly on topic, but you'll get more sponsors and more money if you're not completely honest, because people want to see good reviews. They want to see positive reviews. And that's what people watch. And if you put out content and you say, this camera isn't good, and this has happened to us, we'll just be honest, and suddenly people dislike us and dislike everything that we do because we're trying to be honest. So it's kind of difficult because the temptation is there to just lie and say that you like everything and everything is good, especially when we meet with some people from Canon and Sony and they say that they see your videos. I'm not going to lie. It's a little embarrassing to be like, I make fun of you guys all of the time.
Oh, I know.
And
We
there's-
met the head designer for the Sony A7s, and I'm confident that he'd seen us complaining about various aspects of it. I literally called that first A7 a piece of shit.
But the thing is, the fact that we have books and we have all of that other content, we don't actually need them. If we have enough people that just want to hear the truth
Yeah.
and they're willing to support us, then it works for us. But it's tough because there are a lot of secret sponsorships. There are a lot of people that are kind of paid off in different ways to say good things, or the incentive is just that you get more clicks if you're saying positive things. So YouTube is a funny beast. I kind of hate it.
We'll only do it if we can be honest. And yeah, YouTube is a small part of our income, but we get something out of it at least. But you can see we have 4 people here. You can't split up what we make on YouTube 4 ways and support families and stuff. What else you got, Siobhan?
I have a question that I know my answer to, but he seems to want it from the professionals. What is your opinion about Native American dress in photos
I think it's
of people who are not Native American?
I think it's completely inappropriate unless it is a Native American person in authentic Native American dress. And the reason that I think that, and I know that this is controversial, I'm not Native American. If you want to hear it from a Native American, which I think all of you should, their stance on it is that you're making us into a character and it's not even real. You're taking an entire culture and you're making them a caricature that's not accurate. And they're often depicted in ways that are not flattering, and also their history is kind of whitewashed. Their side of the story isn't told. So when you take a sexy model and you put them in a headdress that's supposed to be something really important to them, it'd be like if some other non-Christian culture took Christ and had a naked woman on a cross. It's super offensive, and you have to be careful, and you should be respectful of other people's cultures.
Yeah, my metric is just, is it upsetting somebody? And is it worth upsetting them?
Yeah. For what? A picture? Like
Yeah,
a few likes on Facebook?
You don't need to go out of your way to hurt people's feelings.
And you could be...
It's one thing to be making like an artistic statement if you're really trying to go there for some reason, but just to like use it as a prop for some model is why.
Yeah, and I think
there are better things to do.
You could actually find a Native American person if it's that important to you and have an authentic photo shoot. So that would be different. But yeah, why do that?
Okay, let's take a look at a couple of pictures. Then we'll come back for even more news, because you guys were super enamored with this picture, and that is awesome. I didn't get a good look at it.
You know why?
I'm giving that one a pick right away.
Because
That's
Justin
awesome.
and I both love fun colors. That's why.
This is an awesome picture. It's got the bubbles. The droplets are in the shape of a heart. The droplets are definitely cloned, right? Yeah, they were cloned around.
That's okay.
But
they look like marbles.
That is definitely okay. Oh yeah, they must be marbles because they are perfectly round. Yeah, that's a very cool shot.
Very cool.
Nicely done.
Oh, the same marble person.
Oh, you think it is the same? D3? No, different camera.
Different cameras, so 2 marble pictures in a row? What are the odds of that? This is very cool, though.
Yeah, that one works out really well.
That is so creative. You understood the spirit of this challenge.
You marble people should get together.
You marble people. Oh, hi. I love it.
I just imagine it's a photographer who's preparing for a portrait shoot. You know, they're just testing the background blur and stuff and getting the lighting right.
I imagine it's a really burly biker, and he just likes to get away and take pictures of his teddy bear. It's cute.
Again, this has no picture, no color.
That's not fun.
So here they did alter the colors a little bit. I think just compositionally, everybody will be happier with this if we
crop it.
Just crop it.
Like it's hot.
When I say everybody will be happier, I really mean me.
You just mean you.
Yeah.
Not enough fun color for me.
Oh, does this have enough?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. I'm giving that one a pick too.
Where are you? You're in my future. Cool.
Yeah, that's a...
Let's brighten it.
I forget the name of that tool. There's a tool that does this effect to pictures, and it turns out pretty
really?
cool. Yeah.
We need that.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to brighten it up a little bit.
Yeah. I like this picture a lot.
Me too.
I would call it rustic colors rather than fun colors.
I think they're fun as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a
rustic
pick.
is fun. Ah, beautiful. That's fun, right?
I'm not having fun.
No, you're not having fun with that. I like it.
I do think they're beautiful colors.
Pure colors. Yeah. Very bright colors.
Beautiful.
Great
And it's a nice picture.
Everything
And
fits
you know
in well
what?
together.
They put water droplets on it. It's like they made this picture for you.
People know I like it when you travel around with a mister.
Mister. Every time you say that, I think you mean a man. I'm like, what is he saying? This man's out of control.
Definitely overshadowed by our previous lightning shot. Not a lot of color in here, but it is
Not a lot
cool.
of color. Not enough color. This is nice color.
Literally has rainbows in it. What more could you want?
That's fun. That's fun color.
That's nice. I think we could brighten that up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold down that Alt key. You just make those whites peak a little bit.
Okay, we'll do it again.
Yeah, you got to get those to pop a little bit. See,
Oh.
look at the before and after. Just a little bit of pop here.
This is why you have the YouTube show, Tony. Oh, actually, this bird is the most fun bird.
This is a perfect time for the dehaze tool.
Let's do it.
You got to dehaze that bird.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So this was shot through a chain link fence, and that chain link reduces the contrast by just bouncing the light everywhere.
Yeah.
The sharpness to some extent too. But dehaze is a great way to do that. Now that we have that, we could also just raise the whites and lower the blacks and increase the contrast and sort of restore it. Other than that, you kind of want to crop out as much of that chain link fence as you can so it's not that obvious.
Yeah. Nice bird. This is sad colors. This isn't fun.
Well, you don't know. They could be like Nazi trees or something.
Tony,
Maybe this is
stop.
victory over tree day. Gorgeous. The aurora borealis.
This is incredible.
Beautiful
How'd
stars
you
in
do
there.
this? Where are you? I want to go to this place.
Yeah. Yeah, gorgeous picture. I gave it a pick right away.
Oh,
Yeah, be careful because some of those, the aurora is getting blown out.
yeah.
Oh, 8
That's
seconds
lovely.
at ISO 4000.
You know what? I'm going to try this.
I wish I had the rest of your
Wait.
camera settings. Yeah, that's a tough shot. It's really, really dark if you can see the aurora borealis that clearly, and that just means that the camera settings are really difficult.
That's lovely. I'm going to give that a pick.
But yeah, it turned out really good.
Ooh, more cool clouds.
Those
You
are
get
fun
it. This is my
and cool.
friend. Ah, what's his name? I recognize his little logo thing. I think his name is Mr. Garbanzo.
Well, it is now.
Yeah,
I don't know that we'll remember that.
I like it. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, we got lots of pictures. Jump right to the fun color pictures.
Those are nice.
Yeah, they could have used a little more contrast.
This is
These are
more
fun. It's a
fun.
little more abstract.
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. We got a little intentional camera shake in there.
Yeah, but
They popped a flash, which froze the motion of the dude, and then they moved the camera around to add some. Oh, they did the zoom thing. That's what they did. They zoomed while
like
they
a-
shot with a fairly long exposure. Cool effect. Worked out well for this fresh DJ.
what'd you call him? Why are you laughing at
As he's
those fresh
scratching
teeth?
all the fresh tracks.
Tony, that's not what people even say. Those
No,
words
I'm good
don't
at being
even.
hip. I've been reading Urban Dictionary.
Tony, stop doing
Studying, really.
that. Stop. This is a nice picture. It's got some fun colors too.
Is this a multiple exposure picture?
I don't know.
It's cool. It's
makes me
not
nervous.
big on the color, but I like it. It's a cool shot.
Something's happening.
I do think, yeah, I think they've altered the color some.
Oh.
That's really pretty with the
I like that. I'm going to give it 5 stars. Look at these
specular
colors.
highlights.
Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, nicely done.
Again, you know I can't resist. 5 stars and a pick. It's actually spot color, and I think his hand has been grayed.
Oh, don't go nitpicking this. It's a
Can't-
perfect picture.
Can't nitpick.
You can't get better than that.
greatness.
The socks and the sandals, that's a great combination.
He's wonderful. What's happening? Ooh.
Oh. That's
Dang.
clearly I gotta give that one a pick. And they got a Game of Thrones reference in the file name there. Gorgeous.
Winter is coming.
Stars are absolutely picked.
Thing.
I'm out of words.
No.
No. Will you allow spot color to be considered fun? Oh, I see. You're going to introduce some color back into the skies.
Yeah, there we go. That's
spot
fun.
color is never fun.
That's fun. This is interesting. Tony, you know who this is? The Fresh DJ.
It's a different dude, though.
Oh.
Similar effect. I think he twisted the camera.
I think...
Pop a flash, then twist the camera.
That's
Leaves
cool.
LSD-like trails.
Well,
pretty nice.
This person went for it. Thank you for being interesting with it.
You want to pop back over to Siobhan, see if she's got any other
let's do
questions for us?
I have very few,
Oh,
but I'll give them to you.
you guys are disappointing Siobhan today.
That's so sad.
Siobhan, could you ask what needs to change for mirrorless cameras to switch completely to mirrorless? It's a weirdly phrased question. What about mirrorless cameras needs to change for people to want to switch to mirrorless is what I think.
I think they're a combination of factors. So one factor is psychological, and people think that a big DSLR is professional, which is funny because professionals like it that it doesn't look professional because then they can do street photography and be inconspicuous and stuff.
Yeah, I think we'd also prefer smaller cameras that we don't have to lug around for hours.
I think familiarity is one of the problems. People want to be familiar with their gear. That was a hard thing for me to overcome with transitioning. And I think people want the gear to be better, more lenses to choose from.
The lenses are just a huge thing. Canon and Nikon SLRs have had 30 years to compile this massive set of awesome lenses. There's all these third-party lenses for them. And so just a different lens mount makes a huge difference.
And the autofocusing system could be better.
Yeah, physically SLRs have a mirror in there which redirects some portion of the light to a dedicated phase detect sensor. Mirrorless cameras have to try to mix that in between pixels, and that means it's simply physically less effective. It just isn't getting as much light. It doesn't have as much space. The phase detect sensors aren't as big. It's a physical weakness.
But I think that's pretty much it. And I think that they could even overcome the autofocus stuff if they're just other things that they need to overcome.
The A7R2 with native lenses focused really good.
Yeah.
Just DSLR. Like, I don't even know how they did it, but I was amazed by it. But the problem is there just aren't many native lenses.
Yeah.
So.
But that will happen. I think more people will make the transition. What else, Siobhan?
Well, what do you think about lens adapters, i.e. Canon lens on Nikon? I feel Canon has some better lines, but I assume he meant lenses, but I do prefer Nikon bodies.
I feel the same way. I like Nikon bodies and Canon lenses.
Yeah.
But I don't often use adapters. How about you?
We do sometimes adapt Nikon lenses to Canon bodies because we have, because we review cameras, we have this variety of different cameras and lenses. But you can't put Canon lenses on Nikon bodies because Canon has a shorter flange distance. So there is room to put a Nikon lens on a Canon body with a very slim adapter.
Yeah.
So I have an adapter that allows me to do like this and adjust the aperture ring on the Nikon lens because they have this physical Nikon aperture. So you can do that, but you lose autofocus. You can still adjust the aperture manually. So I guess that's the answer. It works okay if you don't mind manual focusing and manually adjusting the aperture. I haven't had any problems with the Nikon to Canon adapter we have. Going the other way, I'm not aware that anything exists. It would also act as an extension tube, possibly taking away your infinity focus. But I don't know that they exist. I could not find a lens that does that. Otherwise, it gets to be this really complex matrix of every manufacturer to every manufacturer.
Yeah.
Like mirrorless lens cameras can take almost any SLR lens, and some mirrorless cameras can take other mirrorless lenses depending on the flange distance, and they all work with varying success. Almost everything isn't very good, except for putting Canon lenses on the A7R2, specifically the Sony A7R2. That is mediocre. Everything else is bad.
Oh, I thought you were leading up to something better. You were like, that is so mediocre right now.
It is better than everything else,
Love it.
but it will autofocus, and sometimes that's autofocusing is good enough to actually use. Otherwise, you're manually focusing.
Siobhan, do you have any other questions for us? Oh, she does.
Yeah, they've been rolling in since I insulted them.
Just
That's
gotta
the way it
challenge
works.
people.
I know what I'm
Throw
doing.
down.
Um,
Looks like you're wrapping some Christmas presents.
no, I'm moving. Oh, I don't know why that paper is out.
Oh, all right.
She's crazy.
I think I wrapped a birthday present like 3 weeks ago. Guys, I'm good at life. Here's an interesting one. How do you know when it's time to switch to a more professional full-frame camera? I'm a teenager who's been doing photography for 1.5 years.
I mean, I think it's like Sammy Hagar said about love.
What?
It's just something that you feel.
What?
That's a reference, everybody.
I never expected
Everybody else will
you
get
to
that.
answer that question with a Sammy Hagar quote. You're blowing my mind right now.
Of course. Anyway, go to full frame when you are like, oh, I didn't get that shot because my sensor isn't big enough. Oh, I needed less noise in that picture and I didn't get it. Some people just think like, oh, my pictures need to be at a certain level for me to upgrade. No, you need to be having a technical problem that can only be solved by going full frame. Maybe you need more background blur. Maybe you're shooting sports in low light and the only lenses you can get are full frame.
Yeah,
And that's when you move.
that's when you move.
But you could be a pro and shooting with a micro four thirds if it's suiting your needs and doing the job, that's fine.
Sure.
Okay, a couple more bits of news.
Wow, man, this is like killing me. I want to get to chit chat.
Oh, okay. We'll rip through this and we'll get right to chit chat.
Come on, move it along.
We can jump forward. We run this show.
That's Justin.
We don't have to do what Justin says all the time.
Yeah, Justin. We're not listening to you
Screw
anymore.
your news,
Stop oppressing
Justin.
us.
Chit chat.
Chit chat. That part of the show where we just say whatever we want. First, Akil Mohan says, why you hate Sony? Try to be like Chris and Jordan. We are. You think it's easy?
Every day
Look
we
at
wake up
them.
and I'm like, I'm going to try to be more like Chris and Jordan.
Who's going to be like who? I get to be, which one? I think Chris, because he's shorter.
Yeah, I was going to say, I am trying my damnedest to be as tall as Jordan. And every day I hang from something, I stretch myself, and I wear, taller and taller heels. I'm almost there.
Well, keep trying.
Yeah.
Tony is cool. I used to look at photography on Google and feel like I will never get the skills. After watching this man for 3 months, I became the most popular photography in my city. And I quit my job because my photography was paying my bills. Tony's videos are very powerful and I thank him. Also, I wish he'd make videos on how to shoot with a fisheye lens. I mean, I found ways, but it would be great to see him go at it. This guy is your biggest fan. He's saying all sorts of great things. He's the most popular photographer in his city because of you. Which city? What's the population? I don't know the answers to these questions, but I'm impressed.
Thank you, and you're welcome. He's right about the fisheye lens. We should do that.
We should do it.
I actually love a fisheye lens, and we've never documented it anyway.
I love
It does scare me
fish.
when people say they quit their job, but
We don't know what his job was. Maybe he had a terrible job.
yeah, I guess he's popular and it's going well. So good.
He's doing it. Bob says, Tony Northrup reminds me of a guy I never met. I don't know what that means, though. Nobody does, Bob. Come on, Bob. We all expected so much more from you.
I don't think I've met Bob, so maybe that's what he means.
He could at Photo Plus tomorrow. Anthony Blake says, filming with potatoes is in again, says the guy in the bow tie.
Slam!
Oh, you got slammed. I thought this was really funny. We made a video and we got so many comments about my resting bee face. Chelsea seems bored. Chelsea, you look extra thugged out. This could be your mixtape cover, straight out of Connecticut. Thanks for the video. Now go to your wife and apologize for whatever you've done. She seems to be a little upset. Anyone else notice Chelsea really trying hard to suppress a yawn during Tony's lengthy tutorial of manual mode? Great tutorial, by the way.
Not according to
Thank
Chelsea.
you for Made. But then I couldn't really blame them because I went and looked at the pictures. And
What did
I
they do?
look like I'm going to kill you. Look at this one. You will die. You will die. I was bored. I also had an eye infection, and I was very, very tired. And sometimes people feel those things. Look at this one again. That cracked me up.
I also wonder about my skin tone because I ended up just real orange.
Oompa Loompa. And
Yeah.
but my mean face like overshadowed your Oompa Loompa
Yeah,
face
thanks
by
for
so
jumping
much.
in and
Just,
distracting everybody.
Yeah. Just RBFing your Oompa Loompa stuff out of existence.
RBFing. I got to go back to Urban Dictionary for that.
Resting bee face.
Okay. Couple
You know
of bits
what?
of news about
that
FAA.
actually brought back a lot for me from my childhood because my mom would always be like, "Smile! You look miserable." And
Well,
I'd be
did
like,
she
"I
say
was
your
think-
face will stay that way?
I was
Because maybe that's what
thinking,
happened.
I'll
Maybe
just
it
be
stuck that way.
thinking. I'll be like, "What is happening tomorrow?" And everyone's like, "Stop being miserable. I could easily turn my head and not see your face, but I'm going to try to make you change your face." Sorry. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Batteries.
Yeah.
So let's talk about 'em.
Is tearing it up.
Oh,
They-
whoa. You got this battery news on lock. Let's go for it.
They basically said that they don't want you bringing. There's a legit concern that lithium-ion batteries could explode. I've had a lithium-ion battery explode. Keep in mind, I accidentally wired it incorrectly. Positive went into negative, but it literally and powerfully exploded enough to break a table. Especially a big battery like this could be potentially really dangerous on an airplane.
So it's not allowed anymore?
Batteries over 100 watt hours are not allowed. So things like laptops, your phone, your cameras, those should be fine. You can bring a couple of spare batteries to your camera. Several spare batteries should be fine. But specifically in the past, we've recommended taking on a Vagabond Mini, and
We
use
have. We brought them on planes all the time.
this just about every flight.
Shoot.
We bring one of these and we plug our laptop into it because you can literally just plug your power supply in there and it will power for a good 8 hours.
I thought your battery story was going to be boring. Full disclosure. But this impacts me.
Intense, right?
This is crazy.
And these Vagabond Minis happen to be 130 watts. Watt hours.
Maybe they could make a 100 watt Vagabond Mini.
Yeah, right? We'll need to find something we can bring carry on. Also,
Drone registrations.
I don't know what's going on with the FAA and drones because it's been years now since drones have been in common usage.
Yeah.
And they still require you to get a sport pilot license in order to fly drones, which means you literally, the easiest way to do it is to take a hot air balloon class and learn how to fly hot air balloons.
I wanted to do that anyway.
And then if you request it, they will issue you an exemption to allow you to fly drones.
Yeah, that makes tons of sense.
Right? Because certainly anybody who can fly a hot air balloon is now equipped to fly a drone. Somehow the FAA has not come up with any system to allow people to legally fly these things for commercial purposes in any sort of practical way. Well, now they're saying they're going to require everything that's not a small toy to be registered so that they can identify the drone with the owner, which I think is a good and necessary idea. Like we register guns, we register cars, because those are things that could be used for practical purposes or fun, but
Or
can also
danger.
be dangerous.
Ow.
So that's smart. But I just wonder, like, why are they getting to this before they've bothered to actually structure laws around the usage of these things? It's been years. What are they doing?
You know what I wonder? Why aren't drones delivering my pizza yet?
Right? Yeah. And
Let's just forget about the laws and get with the pizza.
it's also weird to me that they announced that they're going to have this drone registration thing, but they didn't give us specific requirements for it. They're just like, before Christmas. I think they're very concerned
How
about
do
people
you
buying
register?
drones for Christmas.
How do you register it?
They don't have the system in place. So now they're going to have to, I think they literally haven't formulated all the rules and how they're going to do it and made a website. So I think they're like trying to scramble to put it in place because they know people are going to buy like 1 million drones for Christmas. And then December 26th, there's it's just going to be just swarms of drones flying over your house and watching you shower and
I love that. I love it.
yeah,
I don't know.
crashing into airplanes and stopping people from putting out fires.
Why couldn't they start this in like January? I'm a procrastinator,
I
but
don't
this
know.
is
This is how the
ridiculous.
government works.
Our live show recaps are written by our friend Siobhan, who has been
You may
talking
know
to
her.
you this whole show. That's her in the cute blue shirt. You should go and check them out at northrup.photo. That's where our blogs are, and you're going to love it. We have t-shirts. That's Justin. Justin, you're wearing your t-shirt now, too. Good. You're a good model, too.
We require Justin to wear that every day.
We do.
It's our uniform.
It's punishment. And this
Oh, we should look at
episode
a couple of
is
portfolios.
still brought to you by Squarespace. Nothing has changed since the beginning of the show. They're still great. You can still get a 14-day trial for free. Don't worry. We got that unlocked still. No credit card needed. If you love Squarespace and you want your own, you can get it for like $9 a month, and you can get 10% off by using the coupon code Portfolio. So
Okay.
try that.
Let's take a look at a couple of Squarespace portfolios. These people sent their portfolios in for review during the course of the live show.
Carrie and Bryson. How do you say that name? Turn.
I was going to say Taryn. But
Taryn.
then you said Tyrion, like on Game of Thrones.
I was thinking of Game of Thrones. Tyrion Lannister.
So this is a vertically scrolling layout.
Okay.
They have, right away, they have a lot of different categories here. And my first instinct is to tell them to combine this into,
Oh
goes
no.
Chelsea's mic, into a single category that we're presented with right away when we land the site with 10 to 15 pictures. So
I want to
I would work to pare
I want
it
to
down a
pare
little
this
bit.
down so hard. I feel like you haven't watched our show. Oh, thank you, Justin.
No problem.
Yeah, we don't plug the link often, but if you go to sdp.io/portfolio checklist,
Yeah. Yeah, we should mention that more often.
yeah, because we have actually documented most of the things that we go through. And I think one of the common themes is that people have ADD.
I know I do.
I maybe I shouldn't use a medical term there, but people have a short attention span.
Thank you, Tony.
You need to show them all your best stuff right away, right up front. And you're kind of making me dig for it. There are some duplicate pictures here, like these two pictures are almost identical. You just need to just pick one of these. But go through your portfolio, pick 10 to 15 pictures only, put them all in one category, and present it as soon as we land on the site. The About page here shows us more about you. Oh, she's a trained chef, it looks like.
Oh my gosh. New best friend, a woman that watches the show, and she can cook.
But your portfolio is looking good. I would just pare it down a little bit, and then we'd like to take another look at it.
She said she read our book, too.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
She's wonderful.
Well, let's see what Taryn had to say about it. Okay. She commented that the previous link was incorrect. Rob Spradlin Photography.
Wait. Have we seen this already?
We did him last week.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Did we do
Tony.
Bill Oswald?
No.
Okay, so Bill does have multiple categories here, but his landing page is just his portfolio.
Okay, let's check him
So I
out.
think he's on board.
Those are
That's a gorgeous
beautiful, yeah.
picture. I almost reached for the P
Wait.
to click pick.
He needs to get rid of this one. This picture is so amazing that we don't need this picture.
Yeah, it's not that it's a bad picture, it's just there's no focal point there. This picture is great.
It's different,
Yeah.
and it's interesting.
Yeah, so part of what we can do is to provide some suggestions for specific photos. These two pictures right in a row are too similar.
Yeah, but you know what I might do? I might combine them into one picture. So make them a 2-photo series, put them side by side.
Okay.
This is cute. That's a nice picture, but I don't think it's as good as your other stuff. That's great.
Yeah, that picture has a lot of nice color to it,
Good
a lot
light.
of contrast.
Yeah. Just clicking through real fast.
Those felt like
Okay.
candid street photography, but
Yeah.
I didn't know what the story behind it was. So I think we're suggesting a little bit of picture with the waterfalls. That's fantastic. That should be in the top level category.
Yeah,
that's
that's
a great
lovely.
picture. Yeah.
He's got a lot of great pictures.
Lovely.
Oh, I love this one. Love it. Look at the light in that. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. This
Oh.
could have been in our fun colors.
Yeah, that's a beautiful picture. It also should be raised up to the top portfolio images.
Okay. Those are great. And he's leading with his landscapes, which is good because I think that's his strong his strength,
Yeah.
his strong point. Okay. That's nice.
Yeah, you have some good
nice.
portraits in there too, and I wouldn't mind seeing you mix a couple of those in. If you do put multiple pictures of the same
I'd
person
just get rid of this one.
Yeah, a couple of those could just be
You have a
eliminated.
few of her, and I think this is your best one of her, so
At least alternate them.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
put them all in a row. It gets to be a little monotonous, and that will mean people like don't want to see the picture of the same thing. They will just stop looking. It's not us. It's just people.
So you have a lot of great pictures. You could just pull out a few here and there. I don't think you need to take out a lot, maybe just a handful. Let's see who this person is. Good. A short little blurb about yourself, not too long. I know where to call you. I don't know if I can, I guess you're an amateur. You don't want to sell your services.
And you can set up a store on your Squarespace website.
Yeah, that
It's
would
an
be a
easy
good
thing to
idea.
do.
Keep everyone in the same place.
Thanks for submitting your portfolio, Bill. Let's see what
Thank you,
Bill
Bill.
had to say.
Bill.
Wait, what was his? Oswald Photography. Okay. He says Squarespace, it's easy to add and change portfolio photos. The blog is easy to update and maintain. I didn't take a chance to look at his blog, but yeah, you can see you can set up your own blog there, and that lets you keep people up to date with your latest photos.
Yeah.
It's a great blog. People can subscribe to it and such. Anyway, Squarespace makes it really easy to set up a website. Let's take a look at one more portfolio before we move on.
Ooh, I love that it leads with this colorful close-up picture, fills the whole screen.
Yeah, right? Oh,
Nice.
beautiful picture too, and also a lot of contrast with the previous. I think these might be whole categories, but bright colors,
Oh, yeah.
subtle colors, lots of mood.
Lovely.
Yeah. So just a gorgeous layout here, and you can see each of these is actually the cover page for our full category. Wow.
Great photos.
I guess we could go full screen if you wanted to. I tend to prefer the full screen for pictures like these, but it's a matter of preference. You know, I think this picture, if I were to tell them to pull one out, it would probably be that picture of the dead tree, and maybe that one too, because you have a lot of really strong pictures here. I don't think you have to stretch anything. But that might be the hardest part of your own portfolio, is just figuring out what you can pull out.
Oh,
I need to
great animals. Oh my gosh. That thing.
Oh, that's an animal. I thought that was like some sort of spiky fruit.
That is adorable.
That is too cute. What?
Oh, Joey.
What is that? The porcupine. That's.
I don't know. Maybe
Do you know
some
what
kind
that
of
is,
hedgehog?
Justin? Seems like Justin would know.
No, I thought it was a porcupine.
Huh. A
Adorable.
wallaby, maybe?
Oh,
Oh,
that is so cute.
yeah. Oh, that is really adorable. This is just filled with
You have
awe.
great pictures.
Salamander. Yeah, and some of these pictures should be surfaced too.
Oh my gosh, you made that
to
thing
the
look cute.
portfolio.
Okay.
Even this crab was really cute.
Yeah.
This is a really great portfolio.
Yeah, you're great at shooting animals.
I think there were a few places where you could pull photos out. I also think well, I don't know. Do you think you should have a separate category featuring just his best pictures, or do you think the subcategories is working here?
I think that he should have a landing page that features his best pictures because he has so many stunning photos.
Yeah, I think we just missed out on a few. I think that picture could probably go.
Well, I like that one.
Okay.
We disagreed.
Oh, I always wanted to do these snow pictures.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
I'll get
cool.
a chance.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, it is cute. Might be dead, but it's still cute.
Adorable.
Awesome
Great.
portfolio.
Let's see who this person is.
Info. Yes, English. Erland Byrne. Oh, great. He's a biologist. Biologists have such a huge advantage if you want to be a wildlife photographer. Like all the best wildlife photographers are biologists.
I want to go meet this person.
Yeah,
He's our friend Smackjax in the comments. We've seen him before. He's been around for a while.
I probably know him if I see him. I usually recognize people by their picture.
Yeah, this is one of the best portfolios that we've reviewed, though. And I don't know. Congrats. Let's see what Smackjax had to say about using Squarespace. Where did I put his portfolio?
What did you do?
He says, my cursors.
there.
The most difficult and time-consuming part of setting up my Squarespace page was selecting which images to include. That's so hard to pick through your portfolio. That and re-editing the older images as my Photoshop skills have progressed over the years. Thanks for recommending the service and for the coupon code. Much appreciated. If you want to set up your own awesome Squarespace site, it's super easy.
Squarespace.com/Tony. Use the coupon code portfolio. That means you get 10% off, and that tells Squarespace that we're doing a good job promoting them.
Yep. You get 14 days free. Even if you don't sign up, just get a trial. Use their service. Just take their service space.
You can't share it with the free trial,
Right,
but I
you can't
think the most important thing is that it forces you to look at your pictures and see what you're good at and what you could improve on, and it's a good exercise, I have to say.
Okay, let's go through some more fun color pictures.
Okay.
This looks
We
like
have
one of
many.
these displays they do at, well, when I was a kid, it was Interspace Caverns in Texas, but, you know, stalactites and stalagmites, and they put red and blue filters in there, and they had to shoot at a high ISO 1600, but
It is
maybe
fun.
they could have gone slower with the shutter speed to get a little cleaner, but it turned out looking good.
That's nice. It's,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
feel
little
like
more
they didn't
subtle.
capture the colors, though.
Yeah, it's a little more subtle, but it's still interesting.
But he says it wasn't actually the sunset.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
so it's a ruse. But he did a good job of making it look like a sunset. I
like
might
it.
even add more pop to it.
That's a cool picture, but I wouldn't say it's fun colors. That's some fun colors. Good job.
Those are fun colors, yeah.
Those are great
He
fun
is fun.
colors. He filled in his beard. Like it. Eek! This would be good for next week's show. Spooky.
That is spooky.
These are some fun colors.
That is some shallow depth of
Can
field.
I drink that? Maybe.
Those look too healthy for me. It looks like it's got vegetables in it.
Ooh, is this Santorini? Oh, this is
peppers.
So this is Bill Peppers?
Ah. Yeah, he lives in Greece, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful colors in the sky there.
Let me see.
That's,
I can see why he lowered the exposure to get the colors in the sky.
yeah, you're going
Maybe.
to do a graduated filter. I know what you're doing. But that's the right way to do it in Lightroom. You could probably do a little more perfect job in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd pull that thing down a little bit.
Oops. Oops. What are we doing here?
You're making everybody seasick.
All right, let's see what that did.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, make sure those whites pop, Bill, and beautiful picture. Give you a pick.
I like it. Wow, that's a fun one.
Yeah, that is really cool. Yeah, I like that one. It's abstract. The colors are nice and bright. Chelsea added a little more pop to it.
Cool. Baby. I don't know how to feel about this green baby.
Yeah, the colors actually, on skin tones like that, they felt a little green, which it doesn't, it almost felt zombie-ish rather than natural.
Still a nice picture.
Yeah, and I feel like the focal point
That's a cute little
is
baby.
the eyes, but yeah, all the fun colors are in the dress, which is pulling your attention away from the focal point.
Yeah. I know this isn't the topic of the show, but I'd go black and white with this
Yeah,
one.
I think that shot's way better in black and white.
It wouldn't fit the show, but I think for your life, there. Now the focus is on her face. Maybe you did that
For your life.
for your life. Needs more colors. Whoa, I don't even know what this is.
Yeah, it's called Light Shark. I don't know what that means.
Oh, I'm scared. Pick. This is really beautiful.
Yeah, people are now taking fall pictures. It has a great mood to it.
Pick it.
Nice.
Oh,
Oh, that's beautiful. This is a great example
This
of
is a
colors. I'm giving this
fun-
one a pick for just like, you don't think it's fun?
I said it's fun.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
having
yeah.
fun.
I think it's beautiful. Watch the fringing
Oh
around the
my
mountains to
gosh.
the sky. This is fun.
I've never had so much fun.
Yeah, this person totally nailed the theme, right?
Yes.
This is fun and has colors.
Yep.
And those shoes, man.
That's a cool picture, but that's not fun colors. Still fingers. That's my boy Jer Bear.
Yeah,
I just
nice
brought up the
abstract
exposure
photo.
a little, Jerry. That's cool. It is fun.
Ah,
Ooh.
this is gorgeous, and I'm giving this one a pick too. I just love the sort of backlight,
Yeah.
and that's why you get that radiating glow behind it. But they use that silhouette perfectly. They have maybe it's a sheet of glass underneath it, and that glass will be very reflective, and that's why you get that kind
That's
of
cool.
perfect reflection. It's a perfectly done shot. It
What a good
definitely
idea.
deserves a pick. Great work on
I'm
it.
gonna give it
Really
5
nicely
stars.
orchestrated. Yeah.
Love it. Nice. Those are nice colors. Wow. Wow,
Well,
wow, wow.
This dude is doing
Oh
everything.
my gosh, this is the most fun.
I don't know if this is more Andy Warhol or Brady Bunch.
This is so fun. Pick.
Oh, he called it Warhol style. That's funny. Sorry, I
That's
called it
it.
Brady Bunch style. Okay. Do you want to? We could go back and import something else just real quick. And Siobhan, do you have any other questions or comments for us?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my goodness.
Why do smartphones struggle with autofocus in macro mode, not showing a green square or beep for focus confirmation and still letting you take the shot?
I don't know the second half of that question. I recall somebody asked me this question already, and I just have no idea. The focus confirmation beep thing would be very specific to the camera model. But I will say macro focusing is, the closer you get, the more difficult it is, because the focusing mechanism has to travel like exponentially further as you get closer and closer. So that's why macro focusing is just so much harder. Your depth of field is more shallow. So that's why it would be harder. But as far as the green box and the beeping, I don't know. Sorry.
Look at that interesting shot.
That is a really cool shot. Yeah, we did an import, and I don't know that we'll be able to get through all these pictures because we're running late already, but I did
Interesting.
want to flip through. Those are fun colors. I think it's a good shot
Yeah.
too. I like the
That's cool.
droplets in the front on a sheet of glass. I saw
Yeah.
John O'Keefe had a picture like that, and I thought it turned out really well.
Any other questions?
Oh, look at that.
This is awesome.
Yeah, that one's a really, yeah, that's great. I love the makeup on her face. Nicely done. I almost wish the background had some more pop to it though. Like if the background needs a spotlight on it or just something else.
Yeah.
You have anything else for us, Siobhan? You can just jump in and we'll keep going through
Yeah.
pictures.
Oh, God, dog.
Hungry.
I don't see a lot of the Canon 6D on
Yeah, we've
SDP.
been
I'm
there.
curious what your thoughts are on this camera. I own it and want to learn to use it better. I see you have lots on the 7D and the 5D.
Yeah, I think we have a tutorial for the 6D. Oh, I'm not sure that we do. stp.io/tutorials. Check that. It's a good camera. It came out a few years back, and most of our attention is focused on just newer cameras. But it's a great camera. It works great in low light. Comparable image quality to the 5D Mark III. It's a great value. So go for it. It's a great camera. That's a beautiful picture.
I love
by
this
Jeets.
picture. Yeah, I just brought up the whites a little bit because you could see this one's just a little bit muddy. Less than 2
Yeah.
weeks.
We already moved a bunch of boxes in.
Oh, excellent. The place
exciting.
is unoccupied, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, they've been out this month.
We're
They're just fixing it up.
actually live again.
That's
YouTube
exciting.
dropped out on us for a second, but we were just saying we've seen this because it's in Foxwoods. Is that right?
Yeah, Foxwoods Casino has a huge one. Not this exact one, but the same medium glass like that.
Oh, okay.
That was fun. I gotta say, good colors.
Fun. This is almost monochromatic. This is
Oh, yeah. This is fun.
cool.
Who's this?
We're gonna have to flip through stuff quickly because
Yeah,
we're
because
15
we're
minutes
over time. That's great.
That is cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Ooh, I love that. 5
it's
stars.
a cool shot. Yeah.
Siobhan just cut out on me. So, ooh.
Oh, your radio dropped.
What is that? Is that food?
Yeah, that's actually
hungry.
really beautiful. I think those.
That's chocolate?
Yeah, that looks really delicious. Nicely done.
Call me.
Okay, saw that picture.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah, I'm really just.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
lovely.
beautiful. I'm giving that one
Lovely,
a pick.
lovely.
Kind of flipping through to see what really grabs my attention.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, that's really nice. You think that's natural or is that
That's
done
natural.
in post? Yeah. That they got great flare out of that lens.
This guy again.
Saw that guy already. Go away, bro.
Cool.
This is perfect. I feel like, and shot with the Canon 6D, which we were just talking about. Beautiful picture, great reflections, great eye on that too, just to spot that.
Nice. Some people got really creative.
Yeah, this one worked out really well.
It's graffiti, very fun and colorful. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that one was really
Ooh.
super sharp.
Great.
Another great example of it. Yeah,
That'd be a
beautiful
good stock
colors,
photo.
great contrast.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah, that is
I wish a
cool.
ghost would do my nails.
Oh, beautiful stars.
5 stars.
Great picture.
Cool color. Ooh. I like that, the split toning. Oh, we've
Oh,
had pictures
that's a
like
great
that.
example of color. Oh, that's beautiful. Love the mood on that. That's a great
Good
portrait.
male model. You don't usually see really good male models. Give him 5 stars. This guy, he's the bomb. Gonna give him 5 stars. Spot color. There was a cool one. This lady's adorable.
She's really cute. Oh, that's beautiful. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
A lot of great pictures.
That's
That's
cool
nice.
too.
Saw you. Ooh. Eek. Now I'm just making sounds.
That dog is super
Neon
cool.
Rab. That's cool. I don't know what it is, but I like it. Okay.
Not much
Are we
color
going to try
there.
to get through all of them?
We could just look at the thumbnails and see if there's anything in
Okay.
particular that catches our attention. But oh yeah,
Oh,
we're
we're almost
basically
done.
done anyway. We'll just flip through them
Oh,
real
that's
quick.
beautiful.
Beautiful colors. We looked at a couple of the cloud pictures
Ooh,
like this.
I love that.
I love this framing too. Yeah,
Yeah.
nicely done.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay, a long exposure on a Ferris wheel type thing. This is a cool shot. More
Yeah.
marbles and the light painting worked
Yeah,
out
we
really
got
nice. I like that
Some
shot a
marbly
lot.
people.
More spot color, but
Not fun colors,
yeah,
but a good picture. Ooh.
I love the yellow there.
Yeah.
I love that bright color. Nicely done. A good light painting picture. More steel wool. Great concert
These people
picture.
are right that concerts do have great lights and colors.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about them. I mean, you could take it as
That's it.
making the lighting almost impossible, but I like it.
Yeah, you can work with it. Okay, thank you. That was a long one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for submitting your fun colors.
Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring us.
Yeah, thank you, Squarespace.
If you want your own portfolio, squarespace.com/Tony, coupon code portfolio for 10% off. Make your pictures look great.
Thank you, Siobhan.
Siobhan in Philadelphia
Is that a
for
cat
screening all
pumpkin?
our photos.
Is that a cat pumpkin?
Did you carve that yourself? Or is it ceramic?
No,
Oh.
my daughter did.
Oh,
not
okay.
not by herself.
Nice. Justin, thank you for making sure things didn't go horribly wrong like last week.
Yes. See what a
And-
difference Justin makes?
We will see you all
Thank
next
you, Eloise.
week. Eloise, thank you. And we will see you all next week. So do that.
Bye. Every Thursday at 5. See you guys.
That is all.